Hi, this is Brandon Slay from thirstgym.com. Today we're going to talk about an exercise called the farmer's carry. It's a good old classic exercise. It's a weighted carry option. I think it's definitely one of the basics. If you're going to probably kind of pick something simple from a conditioning standpoint, carries are an amazing thing to put in. And the farmer's carry is one of those that we use as pretty much a staple here at Thirst. I prefer to use kettlebells with our athletes. They're convenient to grab, use. They're paired already together. We don't have to set up. The time's very easy. And the weights that we have available are very friendly for our clients and our athletes. Obviously, if you're a strong man, this video is probably not going to be quite to the extent that you need to be able to do competitive farmer handles. Carries, do we have farmer handles at Thirst? Yes, and particularly maybe we'll make a different video at a different time talking about how to use those. But right now, I just want to talk about the exercise itself, just the farmer's carry. So you obviously need some kind of same weights, and depending on what kind of gym you're at, you may not have access to farmer handles. You may have to be using dumbbells and kettlebells like what I'm doing here for this demonstration. So the point of the carry for us from an athletic perspective is to load the body systematically, carry it for distance, and it really, obviously there's some gait work involved, but it teaches the athlete to almost depress their shoulders. You can't really shrug up and carry them. It's not exactly optimal. Your arms are going to have to hang good and long, but your lats are going to be squeezed to prevent it from shaking around all over the place. There's obviously a lot of grip work involved. Having to own that position also gives us a lot of abdominal work as well, being a loaded carry. There's also some conditioning components, so if you're having athletes race back and forth with a similar load, then you get that conditioning component where people are working. You can also carry them for distance, so you can carry them the farthest with the same weight, and then that becomes more of a mental challenge, especially when we can talk about grip strength. So the main coaching cues for this exercise, when you grab the kettlebells or the dumbbells or even the farmer's handles, you want to grab them good and strong, chest stays tall, pick everything up off the ground with quality. And I would prefer that if you're in a race, you start staggered so you're a little bit leaning forward, but that's just for that particular instance. But otherwise, if you're going to pick them up, feet can be even. And we're going to pick them up in a good position, squeeze them good and hard. And I coach with our kids the Arthur fist. So if you've seen the Arthur fist memes, we squeeze that. We're going to almost like you're pissed off, reaching towards the ground. We're going to do that on both sides. Chest is tall, lats are kind of squeezed, so we want to be able to feel our armpits. Good quality position with our chest. If you got a logo on your shirt, you want to be able to show it off, or have a Superman chest, and then you're just going to walk for the predetermined amount of distance that you got. What you don't want to do is when you grab them lackluster and just kind of let them flail around. That defeats the purpose of what we're trying to do with the farmer's walk, or farmer's carry rather. So you want to really squeeze them, good quality walk, and then own the position. Obviously, if you're doing it competitively, there's going to be more movement. But if you're training kids individually, kind of like what we do, teach them to squeeze that thing hard and own that position, and have them be self-conscious about kind of where they're walking. We don't have them walk super slow, but we just want them to be able to feel that they're owning that position, the weight's heavy, and that we can control that weight. And then over time, we build them up to some heavier weights. For most kids, we're not getting incredibly heavy. We've got kettlebells up to almost 100 pounds a piece. So for most of our kids, we're okay. We do have some that choose to use the farmer handles, which present their own problems and benefits as well. So I would say start with the kettlebells, dumbbells. We usually program these for distance in our facility, but if you're competing, then you can do it for time, you can do it for distance. Whoever drops them first, you got lots of options there. But I do think that the farmer's carry is a basic that you got to have in your training programs. At some point when you're programming for particular athletes, surely they can graduate from it to other things, but I think if you've not had it in an athlete's training program at some point, you're really missing the boat. So I would say if you're looking for further resources on the farmer's carry, check out some strongmen like Clint Darden, Chase Carnes, Andy Deck, Jessica Martinez in terms of the female. I know she does really well. Zach Galman. All those people know a ton about strongman training. They'd probably be better off to talk to if strongman is something you're interested in. But from an athletic performance standpoint, this is kind of the basics that you want to make sure you're looking for to get the positive training effect from. So if you got any questions, leave them in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.